All right, so you're probably here because you saw the headlines, right? Eminem's new song, Fuel. Diddy's arrest.
Yeah, it's definitely got everyone talking, that's for
The
sure.
internet's going crazy, and like everyone wants to know what is really going on.
And you're right, it's more than just your average, rap beef this time. I mean, there's some serious legal stuff happening. Eminem's lyrics, oh yeah, they're adding fuel to the fire.
So we got to talk about it. We got to dive in.
Yeah.
So what happened with Diddy? What's the deal with these lyrics?
Okay, so last week, Diddy gets arrested in New York.
Okay.
The charges are, well, they're serious. Racketeering, sex trafficking, the whole thing is pretty high stakes.
Wow. Intense.
Yeah.
So Diddy's maintaining his innocence. We got to say that.
Yeah.
It's hard to ignore the timing of it all. Eminem drops this new track, Fuel, and suddenly everyone's talking, right?
Right. And it's not just the timing, it's the lyrics themselves, right?
Oh.
They seem to be aimed pretty directly at Diddy. And it's not just a general diss, he's using some pretty specific wordplay, classic Eminem, but in this context, it hits different.
Okay, so like, what is he actually saying? Break it down. I mean, I've seen the headlines, I've seen some stuff online, but I need to hear it from you. Okay, so walk me through this Fuel song, these lyrics. What is Eminem actually saying about Diddy?
So there's this one line, right? He's rapping and he goes, I'm like a R-A-P-E-R. Got so many essays. Huh. Wait, he didn't just spell the word rapper and leave out a P, did he?
Oh, okay, I see where you're going with this.
Yeah, he's playing them with rape, right? Referencing those charges against Diddy. It's subtle, for sure, but when you hear it.
Oh, it makes you think twice. And this Unilad article, right, it says that this Fuel thing, this isn't a one-off, like Eminem has called Diddy out before.
Oh, yeah, this goes way back. Eminem's got this other song, Antichrist, and there are some pretty direct lyrics about Diddy in that one, too. He even mentions, like, those assault allegations that Diddy's ex, Cassie Ventura.
Right. That hotel footage.
Exactly, that's the one. Allegedly showed Diddy, in a pretty physical altercation with Ventura. Huge deal when it came out.
Yeah.
And Eminem, well, he references it directly. He says, next idiot asked me is getting his ass beat worse than Diddy did. But on the real, though, she probably ran out the room with his fucking dildo. He tried a field goal punter, she said to Chill. Now put it back in my ass and get the steel toe.
Wow. Okay. I mean, we all know Eminem. He's not exactly known for holding back, right? But this feels different. This is not just like a diss track.
It's intense, and it brings up some interesting questions, right? Like, what does it say about hip-hop culture in general? That these kinds of things, these feuds, that they play out so publicly through the music.
It's like their platform, right? It's like a battleground.
Yeah.
They're using it to air out these grievances, settle scores in front of literally millions of people.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I guess that's kind of a part of hip-hop, isn't it? That rawness, the realness of it all.
That's what makes this whole thing so fascinating to me. Eminem is tapping into something that's always been there in the DNA of the genre.
Yeah, and it's like this whole no-filter thing, right?
Yeah.
Like it's just built into hip-hop. But then you add these huge legal battles, this global fame, and it gets...
Oh, it gets complicated, for sure. And I think that's what makes this whole thing so interesting, right? Because it's not just a celebrity feud anymore. Eminem's words, they could actually have real consequences, especially with everything going on with Diddy and the legal stuff.
Yeah.
It's crazy to think about.
It is. It really is.
Well, like just a few lines in a song.
Right.
And suddenly everybody's talking about it.
Makes you think about
the power these artists have.
Huge influence. And
huge responsibility, right?
Yeah.
And that's something, people debate it all the time. Is this Eminem using his platform for, good?
Yeah.
Is he trying to hold Diddy accountable, or is he just, I don't know, using this whole thing for himself? And it's not an easy question.
Not at all. It's a gray area for sure. And that's something for you listening to think about, right? Well, what do you think? Is Eminem shining a light on something important here? Or is this just, I don't know, messing things up more? I don't know.
Right. And that's what makes this whole thing, this whole situation fascinating, right?
Yeah.
It makes us think about the power of words, what hip-hop means in our world, what happens when you have that huge platform.
It all comes back to that, right? Stay curious, because there's always more to the story. Thanks for taking this deep dive with us, and we'll see you next time. Keep asking those questions.